What has your year been like so far? For some, it may have been a difficult year, especially with a new health diagnosis or sudden unexpected life change. For others, it may have been an easier year with less COVID issues. But no matter what this year has been like for you, there's usually still at least one thing we can give thanks for. And that's what I want to be our focus today. In this episode, I want to get personal and share some Thanksgivings from our family since we started plant-based eating, and I'll also share some Thanksgivings from some in my community. I hope you'll see that there's much to celebrate and feel inspired and encouraged to continue your personal life journey and journey towards optimal health and wellness. Welcome to the Plant-Based Eating Made Easy podcast. I'm your host, Anna Zinn, plant-based registered dietitian and transition coach. Hi friend, do you want to regain your health with plant-based eating but feel overwhelmed and lost about how to do it? Do you feel it'll be hard to change your meat-heavy diet and impossible with working, running the home, or chasing after the grandkids? If so, you're in the right place. Here you'll find simple strategies, clear nutrition guidance, and practical tips to help you thrive plant-powered with more energy. So if you're ready to ditch the guesswork and transform your health the stress-free way, cozy up now with a hot cup of tea or listen while you walk, and let me show you how doable plant-based eating can be. Let's do this. I want to first take a moment to read and thank a listener named Chris Glenn for her 5-star written review on Apple Podcasts. She wrote, "Great tips for beginners. I wish I had this information when I attempted a plant-based diet years ago. However, I'm glad to have found you now. Great insight as I start again. Thank you for the awesome tips for beginners." Thank you, Chris. Your review really encourages me to keep going with this podcast. I'm so delighted to hear that the aired episodes so far have given you new motivation and a desire to restart a plant-based diet transition. I believe you have also already joined my free Beginners for Plant-Based Diet Success Facebook community for more support. I'm cheering you on in your plant-based diet journey, Chris. Friend, would you like to support this podcast so it can reach and help more people like Chris? If so, all you need to do is to take a quick moment to leave a rating and written review on Apple Podcasts. If you have an Apple device, find the Apple Podcasts app icon. It's a purple square with white circles. Open it, then search for Plant-Based Eating Made Easy. Then once there, scroll all the way down past the 5-star symbols and click on Write a Review. Leave a star rating, write your review, then click Send. You can also leave a review if you have iTunes downloaded on your PC computer. I love hearing thoughts from listeners like you of how this podcast is making a difference in your life. And you may get your review spotlighted on an episode too, like this one. So take a moment to pause me and leave a review, then listen on. Don't forget to click the plus follow button on the Apple Podcast page while you're at it too, so you won't miss any future episodes published. Since we are in the week of Thanksgiving, I want this episode to be on a lighter note yet still meaningful. I also want it to be gratitude focused, since this is definitely a special time of year and worth celebrating. And even if it's been a hard year for you, I know if we just pause for a moment and reflect, we'll be able to find at least one thing to be thankful for, especially health-wise, even if things haven't been that great overall. Maybe it was a sudden scary heart attack and you're just thankful you're still here. Or perhaps it was seeing a loved one have a stroke or other health crisis, but they were able to thankfully pull through and are now in recovery. This summer, I connected in person with a school friend whom I've known for over 30 years, but hadn't seen in person for a few years. For her, this year has been especially challenging and life-changing. Her husband, in his early 40s and apparently healthy with no prior health diagnoses, had a sudden unexpected brain bleed last December. He was alone at home at the time. When she found him unresponsive on the floor, she then called the ambulance and he was rushed to the hospital. What followed then were at least 2 months of hospitalizations with uncertainty, brain surgeries, and infections. After regaining his ability to walk, he has been discharged home, but still unable to work as he needs to recover the function of one of his arms. The hemorrhagic stroke has also impacted his brain function. He also recently had a seizure caused by scar tissues in the brain. My heart really goes out to my friend for all that she has experienced so far and continues to experience, not to mention the busyness that comes from working, caring for him and their 3 children. Yet I know that if I were to ask her for her Thanksgiving for the year, she would say that it is that her husband is still with her despite all that has happened. Have you had a health crisis happen in your family recently? If so, my heart goes out to you as well. Let's now look at a few Thanksgivings shared by those in my community, as well as some personal ones from my own family. I hope some of these will encourage or inspire you onward in your plant-based diet journey. First off, here are some personal Thanksgivings. One of the biggest things I'm thankful for this year is the launch of this podcast, Plant-Based Eating Made Easy. I'm so happy to have a means to connect more deeply with those in my community and with you, my listeners, who are exploring this lifestyle or on your plant-based diet transition. I want to thank each and every one of you, my listeners, for your support of this podcast by continuing to show up each week to listen to the new episodes and for taking a moment to rate and review this show. It really lets me know how this podcast has helped you in your health journey. I'm also so encouraged to see the positive impact this podcast is already making in so many lives, from listener reviews and also feedback from my podcast guests of friends who have contacted them after listening to their interview episode and now feel empowered and motivated to make significant health changes. Lastly, I'm truly thankful for the positive changes to my own health that have come from plant-based eating. One is the improvement in my GI or gastrointestinal system. From childhood to adulthood, I used to have unexplained tummy aches and bouts of diarrhea. There was also a period of rectal bleeding, likely due to hernias, and I had to use suppositories. At one point, I even had a gastric endoscopy done, but it wasn't conclusive. But thankfully, after moving to a plant-based diet, all those issues seem to go away. In fact, I really feel my gut is much stronger as a result of eating whole plant-based foods. Even after a course of antibiotics, my gut seems able to bounce back more quickly. So eating plant-based can really benefit your body by helping to heal quite a few gut issues you may have had previously. At least that was the case for me. Now what about my family? I polled them recently because I was curious, asking them, what's one thing you enjoy or are thankful for about plant-based eating? And here's what they said. My husband said, it gives me less constipation and lowered my cholesterol levels. My 7.5-year-old daughter, Kayla, said it tastes good and helps you to be healthy. And Ethan, my 3.5-year-old, all he could tell me was, I like to eat plant-based. Well, that's good to hear. Now on to my community, specifically those in my Plant-Based Diet Success Facebook group community. This is a free resource and community for those who are exploring, in transition, already eating a whole food plant-based diet. So if you haven't joined it yet, I encourage you to. Just go to bit.ly/PB Diet Success. That's bit.ly/PBDIETSUCCESS. I recently made a post within my community asking, what's one positive change to your health you are thankful for since starting plant-based eating? And here's what some shared. One lady wrote, do I have to pick just one? My arthritis and all over achy feeling is gone. I lost 10 pounds. I have the best sleep of my life. The puffiness under my eyes is gone. My belly issues are gone. I kayaked for 4 hours today like an athlete. The crazy part? It's only been a month. Wow, that's amazing. Someone else wrote, no puffiness under my eyes, sleeping better, and less inflammation in the body. In fact, quite a few had commented that they have more energy, better sleep, and less bloating or puffiness, as well as less inflammation like from arthritis. Another lady commented that her cholesterol dropped from 243 to 177. A different group member shared that mentally, she has seen much benefit from this lifestyle. She said, for my mental health, I don't feel guilty when I eat. For my physical health, I can eat more in one sitting than if I eat junk food without worrying so much. If you started plant-based eating, can you also relate to this increased food freedom? And isn't it wonderful? One of the most impactful comments I read on this post, though, was this one. This lady shared, "There are so many positive things. I bounced between keto and all food groups almost my whole life. It worked when I was 20, not so much at 55. Sometimes I would eat way too much and never feel satisfied. I have Hashimoto's autoimmune stuff. No matter how much I worked out, everything hurt and I never felt great. My intuition was that all that cheese, half and half, eggs, etc. wasn't helping. Many doctors tried to figure it out but had no clue. So I began to experiment. At first, I thought it might be gluten, so I gave that up, but that didn't work. Giving up animal products was on my list. It worked. I have been learning as I go, like the difference between whole food and processed vegan food. I feel like a new person. I never expected this level of energy and mood improvement in a matter of weeks. That all over achy feeling, gone. As a bonus, I dropped 8 pounds in a month. These are real-life experiences from real people who have made that lifestyle change from a regular diet to a plant-powered one. I hope hearing these health Thanksgivings have helped to inspire and motivate you to continue to explore plant-based eating as a potential lifestyle change option or empower you to begin one. Now here's a small action step you can take. Come join my free Beginners for Plant-Based Diet Success Facebook group community and share what you hope or imagine your health to be like in 6 months of starting plant-based eating. Or if you've started plant-based eating already, how long it's been since you've started and what health change you're most grateful for since starting. Hi friend, can you imagine how much better your health could be like potentially in a month, 3 months, 6 months, a year or more of you making a radical shift in your current eating habits to a plant-powered one? Would you have less health problems, less pain, less inflammation and meds, better sleep, and possibly more energy? Like the health Thanksgiving shared by those within my community, positive change to your health really is possible, and it doesn't need to involve more pills or surgery. Even if you face health challenges and have a busy schedule juggling work, family, or caring for loved ones like grandkids right now, I want you to know that moving to plant-based eating can be doable and stress-free with the right guidance, support, and strategies. So if you feel ready to make a change in your lifestyle, yet need support to make this change with success, I invite you to send me a message at healthnow@plantnourish.com. You can also apply for a free rapid health transformation call with me using the link in the show notes. I can't wait to connect with you and help you reach your desired health and weight goals. Thank you for listening to today's episode, my friend, and I wish you a very happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for listening to the Plant-Based Eating Made Easy podcast. If this podcast has helped you, please rate and leave a written review on the Apple Podcast app or iTunes to let me know. Nothing will lift me up more than to read your review and see how this podcast has made a difference in your life. I also pick reviews to read on this show, so your review could be one of them. Come connect with me in my free Facebook community group, Beginners for Plant-Based Diet Success. Just go to bit.ly/PB Diet Success. That's bit.ly/PB Diet Success. You can also subscribe and follow this podcast to get notified when a new episode goes live. Signing off now, this is Anna, and I wish you the best health always.